My name is Luis.
My name is Michelle.
We are part of a ministry, Familia Shine, but we're also part of Shine, which is a ministry for kids where we teach the Bible. We want to talk about a little bit about the Familia Shine, about fostering, what we do, and this is where our heart is at. I think for us, it's been in our hearts for a very, very long time. God has put that in our hearts. You know, when we got married, I think God instilled that in our hearts since, way back then. And it's something that we really love and we are passionate about. I know my wife feels the same way, and she's always wanted to do this, for a very long time. I know she has a couple of things maybe she wants to share also about it.
Yeah, well, like Luis was saying, we when we got married, we didn't ever plan on having kids, or it just wasn't part of the conversation at the time. But as the years went by, we started thinking, hey, maybe God wants us to be a part of adoption. And we were living in the States, but at the time it wasn't the right time. We came to Mexico as missionaries, and we've been working in Mexico for about 10 years as missionaries, and we came to Chihuahua and we started working with Light Shine, and this is before Familia Light Shine started. So he started volunteering, and I didn't have the faith at that moment to foster, even though that was something that we had talked about for many years, and adoption as well. But at that time it was just foster care. And so he basically started up in the office just volunteering, and we got involved in different ways. And then God finally increased my faith, and we started talking and praying like we should probably take in a child and start doing foster care. So after a year of working with just volunteering in that area, we actually got on the list to foster. And that was where our journey began.
Yeah, we got to 2 different processes through foster care. As foster parents, we started with a 5-year-old that he was an awesome little boy. He was really captured our hearts, really changed our lives as soon as he came in. And that process, I think that first process that we started was very challenging in the aspect of being new to this, new parents, knowing what to do in every situation, knowing the background of the little boy, that he had been through so much hurt, abandonment, and these different situations that he has gone through. So knowing us, depending on God for wisdom, for guidance, but be able to help this child, that he had been through so much. And God really helped us through this whole process. We depended on God through prayer, through counseling, through people around us that supported us and prayed for us, and giving us little bitty things, this is, you can do this and this, and so helped us through the whole process to be able to help this little boy that he was really, that really captured our hearts and really changed our lives. And I don't know, you want to share a little bit about that little process, the first process?
Yeah, the first process, like I said, it was really a step of faith. We had never been parents before. There was so many questions for me. There was a lot of insecurities, like, am I going to be a good mom? Am I going to, even though, you're not their mom and their dad technically, but you're their foster parents. So you're stepping in the place temporarily to be an authority figure. You're considered aunt, uncle, tios. So I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but we knew God was calling us to do it. So we stepped out in faith. We did it, and it was challenging because he was a little boy. His name was, and he's 5 years old. He was from the Sierra. He's Tarahumara, and he came, and he was a bundle of joy, but he had a lot of anger, a lot of issues, a lot of hurt, from everything he had been through. So we dealt with a lot of outbursts of anger and things like that, and just learning to deal with that was challenging, but God was helping us, and thank God for Familia Light Shine and the psychologists that were able to walk us through things if we were struggling or if we were doing things correct and what we could do better. And so that was our first foster care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, and
but
we
it was
had him.
challenging.
Yeah, we had him for almost a year, 11 months,
Yeah.
and then we went into our second. We were presented with 3 more kids for our second process.
Not one, but
Not 2, but 3.
Not 2, but 3 kids.
And they were older, and they are older.